What up? What up? What up? This is Mike the Philosopher here with another one. This one is Somebody's Son, the rankings of the ladies. All right. Now, let me say this again. This is not about looks. This is not about who's mama's favorite, who got the best recipe, who has the most social media followers, who got a 4.5 on the GPA. This ain't about none of that. This is about wifey rankings. Simple, plain as that. Meaning who I would draft first out of the ladies that are left on the show. And I'm going to give reasons why. Okay. So without further ado, let's go in. At number 9 is Lauren. All right. I would draft Lauren last. Now, it's not because I'm not attracted to her. Okay. I am attracted to her. I think she is a nice looking chick. She got nice little curves on her too. She got a bit of a go-getter mentality too. The only issue I really have with Lauren is that she does not seem like a traditional woman. Far from it. She's probably the most masculine woman on the show. I'm not gonna hold you. For real. And the way that she moves, oh, I don't cook, I don't clean. If you're looking for a woman to do that stuff, that ain't me. Well, what am I getting with you? Am I getting some kind of a man with a wig? Or a man with, a bra? I like if a man is going to be with a woman, he wants a woman to be a woman. Don't women want men to be men? Okay, do all of the things that is expected of a man, provide, protect, do all of those things. We have our standards that women gave us that we got to go by, and that's fine. But women have dropped the ball when it comes to our standards and what we're looking for. We're looking for women who are feminine, who want to be women, who like to do feminine woman stuff. Now, listen, I'm just a messenger, okay? Since time immemorial, women have been the cookers and the cleaners and had traditional roles. It's not until recently that these liberated women don't feel like they got to do a damn thing. And it's like, who told you that? Why do you think that you get to skate around, have a whole bunch of men chasing after you, and you ain't got to do nothing? That's not how any of this works, ladies. You have to add value, just like men have to add value. And if you're not adding value, what are we doing? And listen, I'm not saying that Lauren won't add value to a relationship in some kind of way, but we already got a man. Okay. That position is filled by me. Okay. And yes, I am doing hiring. So I'm looking for a woman, feminine energy. Okay. If you don't know how to cook, learn. If you don't know how to clean, learn. I bet a lot of women will be happy when when AI get up and running, so they don't have to do none of the traditional housework. But they still going to expect a man to do his thing, but they'll get bailed out with AI, with the robots. And then it's like, it's going to be a lot of people around here who just are fighting for position or maybe even power in the household. The men and the women are going to be going at it. And the women got a secret weapon. They'll have their AI with them or robot or whatever, and the robot will do all the cooking and the cleaning for them. And then they'll just be pampered princesses who don't have to really do anything. But I'm not necessarily putting all of that on Lauren. I'm just saying she has the most masculine energy out of all the ladies. And that's why I have her at number 9. At number 8 is Alicia. All right. I know the fellas watching like, oh no, I don't agree with this. Alicia, she should be number one. Nah, man, trust me when I say this is a liability. This is not an asset. I'm very attracted to Alicia. I think she's a cute chick. I get what James see in her. Yeah, she bad, but that's not enough. When you accept her as your woman, uh, you're going to have to start taking care of her. Now, she said clearly she expects her man to finance her maintenance bill. Okay. I don't think she's much of a cooker or cleaner, or I don't think she's much of that either. I don't think that she is, I don't want to say I think she's a user, but she works at a night place, right? A nightclub. And the nightclub, in order to do that job, you have to know how to manipulate men. Okay. You just do. If she's a bartender or I forgot exactly what she does, but she has the nightlife. It doesn't really, if you're doing work at night, you have to know the psychology of people, just period. Because these are social gathering places, and a woman with her looks and disposition, that's how she makes her money. That's how she gets her tips. That's how she got guys falling all over her. She understands the male psychology. I'm sure her mother taught her too. Just how to woo men. And it's, do a little work up front so you'll be taken care of for the rest of your life. That's what Alicia kind of gives off. I don't see a lot of what she offers a man. I don't hear a lot of what she will offer a man. I just think she wants the guy to like her so he can spoil her, pretty much. But like I say, very attractive chick. Um, I just don't think that she's very high on the wife scale. And even his mother, James' mother, see what I see, and that is a woman who is a I don't I don't want to be too hard on her because I actually like Alicia. I understand where she's coming from. I just don't think that she is going to be much of an asset. You're going to find yourself like, oh my goodness, I'm just this woman is expensive to take care of, and she's not helping me with nothing. And then she started getting the attitude. Then that the attitude part kicks in, and that's the part that we're never going to see. Like, she'll do all of this in front of everybody in the camera and even James and his mother, but once they get in the attitude and she knows she got him, she is going to start testing her power by getting an attitude and trying to run him. She just takes she comes off as a bit of a manipulator. All right. And I listen, I know men got to do what men got to do, and women got to do what women got to do in order to get what we want, right? Men might use money. Men might use money to woo a woman or to persuade her or to get what he wants. That's how men do it. Women use their looks, right? They're both manipulation tactics, but they just go about it differently. And I just think that Alicia has all of the appeal and allure that men are looking for. But when you look at your pockets, still coming up with lint. Okay. You're going to have to start mission, leave your residence thinking how you can get some dead presidents. Okay. For real. Messing with Alicia at least. So, but that's why I got Alicia at number 8. At number 7 is Chambrielle. And listen, I like Shambrielle. I like her personality. Okay, but this ain't the personality Olympics. This is, you know, potential wife material. So, and I'm just not attracted to her that much. I'm just not. Um, Not only that, but her maintenance bill is astronomical. It's ridiculous. You know, she makes her own money. I know, I get it. She makes her own money, so she takes care of her own maintenance, and that's good. But it's going to get to a point where she is going to expect you to chip in here and there. It's just normal. I mean, she even said that at the table. I think she said, now, once we're married, I don't know, you're going to have to, she said, I got it right now. But once we're together or whatever, then I'm going to expect you to. So she's going to expect her man to pay that beauty bill. All right. And, the juice might not be worth the squeeze. I don't know how much more beautiful she can get. And it's just a fact of life. Look, one thing I think that women should start doing is being true to themselves. And I just don't think a lot of women are true to themselves. What do I mean by that? Well, I mean, know where you are in the social ranking of men, of beauty, of know where you are, be true to yourself. How about you wear a lot of natural looks instead of a lot of makeup and a lot of wigs and all of that, this, that, and the third. I just think that Shambrielle guy he's probably a truck driver. All right. Good guy. He's a truck driver. He got the patience to listen, to her. He is attracted to her. I mean, she's not ugly. Don't get me wrong. She's decent looking, but for the cost that it's going to have to maintain her, and not that it's attracted to her in the first place, is just, I couldn't put her too high because I figure, a lot of guys probably not going to stick around for very long. Okay, a lot of guys would probably want to smash and dash her, and it's not fair to her. And I'm not saying guys should do that. I'm just saying that's probably going to be some of her testimony as far as what happened to her. Other than that, I think she's a great personality, gets along well with the mother, but she's just doesn't have enough allure. Men have to have a motivation in order to keep going in life. And oftentimes, a woman's beauty is our motivation. If we come home, we look at this gorgeous face every day, Alicia, we're gonna bust our tail at work to make sure she's good and taken care of. But that could be stressful too. You know what I mean? You can have a woman like Alicia and be stressed the F out for real, because you got to worry about maintaining her life. I don't think Shambrielle will be that bad, but I just think that she will be, she just won't give you enough of that lift to help you keep going. All right. Especially if you, all day you've seen women who look better than her. You know what I mean? So I have Shambrielle at number 7. At number 6 is Paige. All right. I like Paige. I think she's a good chick. I think you will have a good woman if you have her. I just think it's a lot of competition out here. I think Paige just doesn't have the allure. She gives me a lot of girl next door, home girl, you dap up, wing woman. You know what I mean? You have a wing woman that help you talk to other women. Paige might be that chick, but for a lot of guys, she's probably not going to move the needle too much. Same thing happening with Chad. He's not really feeling Paige like that. He's all into the other two women. Okay, he's all into Lauren and he's all into Jazz, but Paige is a non-factor. And the reason why is because she just don't have that lure, that sex appeal, that je ne sais quoi, as the French would say. Okay, so nice enough chick, reasonable enough. I don't think they did the whole maintenance thing, so I don't know what her maintenance bill is, but all in all, a good chick, and you know, her guy is going to be, maybe some kind of real estate or insurance guy. He's going to love her. He'd be happy to have a family with her. That's who she should get. That's who she should go after. That's her guy. And where there's not a whole lot of competition of other women too. I think that will serve her well. So shout out to Paige. I got Paige at number 6. At number 5 is Brevon. All right. I like Brevon. I think Brevon is a good woman. I just think that Brevon needs a little bit of allure too. She needs that appeal. She don't really have it that much. You can kind of tell the ladies that don't have that drive, that appeal that men are looking for, because they're all on the bottom. With every guy, they're that's on the bottom, and unfortunately, that includes Brevon. I think Brevon, but the part about it is that I think if Brevon was a wife, I think she would make a great wife. She's a go-getter. I think she will stay grounded in her religion. I think that she would be very loyal. I think she would talk your head off. Okay. But I think that all of her intentions will be real, wifey material, for real. I think you could do a lot of things with Brevon. I think she's like I say, a good chick. It's just the only thing she's missing is the passion, the allure, just the attractiveness that the guys are looking for. I mean, when you have two hot chicks and then you got a basic chick, the basic chick is just going to take a L. It's just how it is. Brevon has it the worst too, right? Because she going up against Sabrina and she going up against Alicia. She couldn't have steeper competition. Okay. And these ladies are very attractive, and they have the seduction and the allure that she just don't have. And Brevon tries to make up with that with a whole lot of conversation. Well, the talking ain't gonna get you over the hump, really. It's just not. And so Brevon's guy is a guy who is probably an accountant. Okay, he's very regimented. He don't mind letting her talk all day. Okay, he don't mind that. They'll have a good family together. Maybe buy some properties. Maybe she'll get a real estate guy, and they'll buy properties. They do the whole Airbnb thing together, and they'll just make money, have kids, travel the world, talk a lot to each other. He would have to be a talker too. So, because talkers can really get along with talkers, but if you're with somebody who prefer silence, then it's not going to work out well. So she needs to get a guy who's a talker, and a real estate guy is probably a guy who's a talker. So she probably should start talking to some real estate dudes. But nonetheless, a good woman. She just up against way too much competition, and I have Brevon at number 5. At number 4 is Tamaris. All right. And Tamaris is number 4. I think Tamaris is very attractive. I'm attracted to this chick. I like her face. I like her body. I like all that. That's me right there. That's my type right there. The only thing that hangs me up with Tamaris is that I think she got a city girl in her. Okay. I think she got a city girl mentality in her. I think she has a ick factor that is just too high. She gets the ick real easy with everything, and it almost seems she's looking for problems instead of avoiding problems. And that part tells me that she probably don't have a lot of stick to itness, and relationships probably don't last very long with her because she'll get an ick about something. It'll be all good, all fine, all dandy until one day she got an ick and you don't even know why. Now, I got to give her props on how she handled the situation with Josh when she kind of set him aside. She set him down. She grabbed his arm or whatever, and she explained how she was feeling. I thought that was stellar. But I have a feeling that she's still going to have these icks or going to still be looking for problems. I don't really like women who look for problems, because if you look for them, you're going to find them. And it doesn't matter what the measure of the problem is, you will turn it into a big problem. Oh, you didn't put the toilet seat down. Oh, I how many times did I say that? I can't stand you. You know what I'm saying? Then it's going to get on her nerves, and then it's going to be a big thing, and it shouldn't be a big thing. Women who look for problems don't stay in relationships very long. So, as much as I'm attracted to Tamaris, I think she's a very attractive chick. I don't see her having staying power. I just don't see her having a lot of staying power in a relationship, especially in a marriage. She will end in divorce because she's going to get tired or fed up with something, whatever it is. And it's just going to be a big waste of time. You know, you probably haven't seen much of it right now, but it's probably going to show up in, it has showed up a little bit in previous episodes, but it's probably going to show up in some more future episodes. I just think Tamaris she has the appeal. She has all of that. She don't have no babies. She don't have no situations or anything, but her mentality needs a little bit of tweaking. I like how she handled it, but how about we not even get to that point? How about we not even get to that point where you got to sit me down and apologize over something that somebody else told you? So you listening to Lexi and you got an attitude with me? Josh was puzzled as to why she was upset. But still a decent chick, and that's why I have Tamaris at number 4. At number 3 is Lexi. All right, now Lexi is a chick who I think pretty highly of. I don't really see, look, she has 2 kids. That's really her biggest downfall. I don't like to judge people based on their circumstance. I mainly like to judge them on who they are as a person. However, I cannot ignore the fact that she has two kids. So she got a bit of a demerit, but I didn't overreact off of her knock, if you will. And I didn't throw her to the bottom just because she got a couple kids. I think she's attractive. I like her disposition, her demeanor. I like her natural hair. I like the fact that she don't have uh, a huge expensive maintenance bill. She seemed to be a little more reasonable with her maintenance bill, probably because she got two kids and she can't afford to splurge on, you know, uh, glamour and makeup and hair weaves and all that other stuff like the other ladies. She probably can't afford it. I ain't gonna hold you, but I like everything else about her. She has a bit of a Hillary Banks feel to her, and I dig that. I like that. She remind me, what's her name? Karen Parsons. She looked like she could be her daughter. So she has a bit of the Hillary Banks thing going on, and I find her attractive. It's just that she has her situation. That's the only thing really. But other than that, I think she is dope, and I have her at number 3. At number 2 is Jasmine. All right. Now, Jasmine, one thing I like about Jasmine is that she is very open about how she feels. She has no problem showing a guy that she likes a guy. I know a lot of women who will move like Jasmine because of ego. They'll be like, "Oh, the dude got to chase me," but Jazz is really making it known that she really likes Chad like that, and she's ready to be a girlfriend, wife, whatever the case may be. Now, the only thing I have about Jazz is that I'm not sure if she let Chad smash. Okay, if she let him smash, that might be a bit of an issue, because then I'm gonna start asking body count questions. Like, okay, you like him, so what? You took him you brung him in your room and you smashed him? Like, uh, look, if she likes the guy, she likes the guy. I don't know if she's trying to seal the deal. I don't know if she's really trying to catch her man so that her man can help take care of her. I don't know if what mission she's on. If she's on a real love mission, or if she on a I need a sponsor mission, and she's using her feminine side to seal the deal, so to speak. I don't know, but I'm trying not to overreact about Jazz, because I think she's an attractive chick. She has a nice figure, nice body, face is nice. Um, some might say she's a little too young, or a little too young acting. I get that too, but I'm just going based off of what I see, and I like her energy, and it looks like she will be. Now, she will be a bit of a liability too, but I think once she gets her feet up under her, the older she gets in the career and all that other stuff, I think she'll be fine. Uh, the only issue I have is that she brung him in the room. Um, again, I don't know what they did, so again, I'm not going to overreact, but that was my only concern with Jazz. Other than that, I think she's a nice young lady. But I think you will have to take care of her for maybe the first 2 years. You know what I mean? But Other than that, I think she's pretty cool, and she looks like she'll make a good wife. So I got Jasmine at number 2. And yes, at number 1 is Sabrina. Sabrina, I just think she just doesn't have any hard negatives. And I think she has a little bit of everything you're looking for in a partner as a man looking for a wife. She has a little bit of everything. She's attractive, she's smart. I believe she has a career. I don't think she's going to be a liability. I think she will be an asset. I think she will be a good mother to the kids. I think she will get along well with your mother and your family. She just has a nice disposition, a nice personality. She doesn't look for problems. She doesn't have a whole lot of icks. She doesn't get overly jealous. I mean, she does get a little concerned when he goes on other dates with other women, but she's not freaking out about it. I believe she can do a lot of feminine house cook, clean, things like that. Washing the ground beef, that's questionable, but that's minor compared to some of the other ladies' things. But other than that, you have a woman you're attracted to who will probably be a good mother to your kids and will get along with your mother. So, and it will be a what do they say, symbiotic, or just a regular natural relationship that could last a long time with Sabrina. I really do. I really think she will probably make the best wife material on the show. So shout out to Sabrina. If y'all don't agree with that, put it in the comments. How would you rank these ladies? Okay, from 9 to 1. How would you rank them, and put your reasons in there? I know some people don't agree with the rankings, but hey, this is Black Man Rankings. This is what we do. So put your list up against my list. We can talk about it too. So I appreciate you watching. If you got this far, I'm your number 1 fan. Hit the like, share, and subscribe. And I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.